Hi everybody. It's been a while since I've done one of the videos for midwifery, but I want to do one today about a topic that I've been working on. I want to talk to you today about anxiety and depression during pregnancy. I think that we tend to focus very much on postpartum depression, but something that really needs to be addressed, especially in today's society, is anxiety and depression and actually during pregnancy. Um, the first thing that I want to point out is that even though anxiety and depression can feel huge, it can feel huge to you, but it may not be apparent to your midwife. It might not even be apparent to your family and friends. They might not recognize that you're dealing with something very difficult. And so, the first thing that I'm going to say to you is tell them. You have to reach out, say something. Tell your provider, tell your midwife, tell your family, tell your friends that are close to you so that they can help you, so that you can make those connections and get some help. Because waiting until after the baby's born can be dangerous because it's going to increase. Women who have prenatal and uh, prenatal depression and anxiety tend to have worse postpartum depression and anxiety as well. So it's important to address it right away, and so that you're not dealing with so much terrible stuff later. Okay. Um, After you tell your provider, they may have counselors that they might recommend to you right away. However, if you have insurance or you have Medicaid, you should be able to contact your insurance company or contact Medicaid, especially if you have a managed care plan through Medicaid. They should have a list of providers in your area that you can contact for counseling services so that you can get the care that you need. Here in Virginia, they also recently passed a law where if you are reaching out for a mental health issue, you are supposed to be able to get care that same day. So hopefully that is actually being implemented and people aren't waiting 2-3 weeks or however long to finally get in to see someone. However, I don't know for sure that that's the case. So if you are in a situation where you have to wait and you can't go right that day that you reach out, there are some other things that you can do in the meantime to help with the anxiety and depression. The first thing that I'm going to recommend is you can go on Amazon and get a cognitive behavioral therapy workbook for anxiety and depression during pregnancy. It is specific for anxiety and depression during pregnancy. And what cognitive behavioral therapy is it just it kind of helps structure your thinking process to address negative thought patterns and just help treat unwanted behavior, mood disorders, things like that. So it kind of just is a workbook to help retrain your brain to get it out of the negative path that it tends to be on, to help you to draw yourself out of that. So that's one thing that you can do. I'll post everything that I recommend. I'm going to post in the comments so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. But Amazon has these workbooks for like $17. It's not that expensive, and it gives you something that you can start working on right away that might be really helpful. The next thing that I'm going to tell you is reach out for peer support. For those of you who know me, I worked for the fire department for almost 20 years, and while I was there, I wrote a peer support program for my department, just because we tend to deal with a lot of trauma, and being able to rely on each other for that support can be very helpful. So even though you might not have served in the military or the fire department or anything like that, everyone has the potential to carry trauma. And whether it's from childhood, whether it's from family issues, relationship problems, whatever. Um, Everybody can carry trauma and really benefit from peer support. So someone who's been through what you're going through and having that person to talk to and reach out to is really helpful. And so reach out to people that you think might have gone through what you've been through. You can check your community, go to birth circles, connect with other moms, other pregnant women. Um, just Google it. You can find groups like that. You can find groups like that on Facebook. Um, there are a couple of groups that are specific to anxiety and depression during pregnancy on Facebook. So, just having those options of having people to talk to. Obviously be careful if you're talking to strangers, but reach out to people close to you, people that are around you that can help support you through these things. So the last thing that I'm going to talk about today is that there is a lot of evidence that from the current research that they're doing, that there is a huge connection between your gut health and your brain. And so people with gut flora issues tend to suffer from more anxiety and depression and things like that. So I'm not saying that's exactly what it is, but one thing that you can do is make sure that you're not dealing with a physical issue that's causing the anxiety and depression. So make sure that you don't have a vitamin deficiency, that you're taking a really excellent probiotic that's a quality brand. Do those things that can help make sure that it's not a physical problem that that's actually causing this, because it can. Not getting enough vitamin D, not getting enough sunshine, those things can contribute to the anxiety and depression. Sometimes just going outside and spending an hour every day, no matter the weather, just spend an hour outside in the sunshine, in the daylight, fresh air, nature. Those things can be really helpful. So I hope some of those suggestions are helpful. And if you guys have other suggestions that I haven't talked about today, you're welcome to post those in the comments for everyone else who's watching this or who is seeking answers or help. And I hope that what we talked about was helpful. Have a great day, guys. Bye.